G'day. I'm lost. As a race, I'm lost. As a member of the human race, I'm speaking on behalf of the race that I belong to, as a genetic expression of that race of beings. And I'm saying I'm lost. Now, I've been lost before, and I always know, when lost, it's good to start wherever the fuck you happen to be. And I happen to be here, under shelter, while it's raining, which is actually one of my favourite places to be. Although I always look at the more rainy places and I think it's always wetter over there. And sometimes I envy those more rainy places and the people that can go there and stand in the rain freely. And I think, wouldn't that be nice? But here I am, happily under my shelter, in my own backyard, claiming to be lost. And not only saying that I myself am lost, while I know geographically where I am, to an extent, but also claiming that the race that I belong to is lost, and also claiming that as a member of this race, I can speak as a member of this race on behalf of what it is to be a member of this race. These are maybe outrageous claims, and maybe there's a problem with them. Because I'm pretty fucking sure there's a problem with absolutely everything. But as I was saying, I want to preserve and persevere in this predicament that I presently find myself in, of being lost. So, the general approach I take when lost is to look around and to explore, to discover more of the local environment that I happen to find myself lost within, until I piece together enough coherent pieces of it to be able to satisfy myself that I know where I am. Now, where the fuck are we? Really speaking to the centre of this galaxy that we are in. I got no fucking idea, so I'm lost there. Where is this galaxy in regards to neighbouring galaxies? I'm lost there too. Fuck. I don't even know which direction the sun is from here. It's very cloudy because of all this rain. So I'm lost there too. Now I would like to say at least I know which way is up. It's where my head is pointed. But when I sleep, of course, that's not true. And if I got into a discussion with someone up top, as opposed to where I am down under, we might have a lot to discuss about which way is up. So I'm lost there too. But whether I'm lost geographically or conceptually, it's the same approach. Look around, explore. See where the dangers are. See where the caches are. See where the enemy is. See who will restrain from killing you for a while, at least. And see if you can do the same for them. I happen to be a veteran, so from a young age, so I look at most things in terms of warfare, actually, which is not terrible, because according to some pundits, we're in a war, or several, of different layers of reality. Some might say what weapons are being used, what dimensions are involved. But to me, I'm with Sun Tzu on this one. I think that you win a war by knowing yourself and knowing the enemy. And of course, doing your calculations in the temple before the fucking war begins. And maybe they'll be so engrossing that you won't step onto the warfield or the war zone or the battlefield or whatever it is. You just remain lost where you are, happily calculating, while every other mongrel goes out guns blazing without doing any calculations, without even setting foot into any temple, but just claiming that they speak for some mongrel that made this fucking place, wherever the fuck it is, that designed these bodies, these concepts, these planets, for us to explore and to discuss together, profanities or no profanities. And so that mongrel well, I just say I'm happy that he made me. Whether he be a gleam in my father's eye, an egg spared from the chute, a lizard who learned to walk after being a fish, sorry, my mythology is rather lacking, so I don't have too many legs to stand on here. But I'm trying to say, it doesn't matter how I got here or how you got here. Point is, where the fuck are we? And how are we going to resolve that difficulty of being lost? Sure, we can search the local area, and that will give us our bearings within a certain context. But does that context always apply? Probably not. Do the concepts which help us operate in that context always apply? Probably not. Maybe some do, maybe some don't. Physical laws seem to be pretty immutable, but maybe they ain't. Logic and reason seem to be pretty dependable, but I know for certain you can do some shocking shit and think that it's perfectly reasonable. And in an ever-expanding universe, or even in a universe that expands for several billion years, probably no human being, nor even any being which we manage to create ourselves, which I would imply would be less than we are, would be able to explore the entire realm and thereby establish absolutely that they shall never be lost and that they aren't lost now, that they know absolutely everything about everything that there is to know. And so they can say for sure, yeah, I know where I am. Unfortunately, I think they'd be full of shit. They might convince themselves it's true, and they might be very, very convincing thereby, through self-deception, able to deceive others. But they'd still be full of shit. So anyway, thanks for listening. And maybe if you are lost, gently explore the local area and try to find a friend. See you later.